Welcome to the mini big match preview on the official Leeds United YouTube channel. I'm alongside Eddie Gray as we look ahead to a huge game. Leeds United taking on Norwich, the top two in the Championship going head to head, Eddie. As we can see on this on the league table, the game doesn't need much hype, does it, when you see the two teams there?
Well, Tom, it doesn't get much better. There's 3 points between the sides. There's a couple of goals between them and goal difference. A battle of the top two. It doesn't get any better on the Saturday night. And you look at the teams behind. A lot of the teams behind will probably want to draw, They'll definitely not want us to pick the 3 points up, because if we pick the 3 points up in this game, Tom, you're going to be at least 6 points clear of the pack. And that's, when you get to this stage of the season, that's a lot of points. And slowly but surely, you're getting towards the end. You don't need to win as many games. And the rest of the team have got to keep winning games, the rest of the teams in the division. And you look at the difference. I mean, there's a lot of teams for here, Tom, can get into that top six. Yeah. But to get from there to there, 17 points in there. If we win again, and the games are dwindling away. So it is a huge game for us, huge game for Norwich.
Yeah, huge game. Normally at this point in previous Championship seasons as well, one team at the top has sort of pulled themselves away. It's not necessarily the case now. Everyone's kind of still in check, but a win for Leeds would be huge. Two starting lineups then. Yeah. The Norwich one based on, of course, their team last week, whether there's going to be any changes. But for Leeds, Eddie, we know the starting lineup. Marcelo Bielsa's named it.
Yeah, well, that looks a strong outfit. Tyler Roberts coming in. I expected that little change this week. I've got to be honest with you, Tom. We can play. We've got to get Hernandez in the game. Wherever he plays, whether he plays wide, I think you'll see him drifting a bit. Importantly, he scored the goals last week. Because he can get beyond Roof, beyond everybody. And when he gets in the box, he can finish. He's had a couple of chances over the last couple of months that he's not taken, but he's got a couple of goals now, and that'll give him a big boost. You look at their side; they're relying pace, Tom, hitting teams quickly. They can sit in and defend, but the two full-backs, they can go up there like lightning quick. And the boy up front, he can score the goals. He can provide the passes as well. He's probably a little like Pablo for them on the ball, trying to make things happen for them.
Yeah, fascinating battle all over the pitch. We hope, of course, Leeds don't need to use their bench, but the bench should, in theory, look a little bit stronger this season. Like Calvin Phillips, of course, who's not starting in the game. Jack Clark will go back to the bench. We could see Bamford, people like Douglas. We could see a few players back.
Well, when you actually look at the bench, Tom, and no disrespect to the boys that were on the bench at Rotherham, they were all young kids. But you look at that bench, you just mentioned 3 or 4 players there that could come on and could actually change the whole game. Patrick Bamford back in there. That's a big boost, I think, at this stage of the season. Young Jack Clark, we know he can come on, change the game. And all the bench now, you look at the bench, even if you get an injury, at the back or midfield, you've got Calvin Phillips sitting in there. So the bench looks a lot stronger, and that's a big boost for us getting into a game like this.
Just finally, Eddie, how do you see the game going? What will be Norwich's game plan? We know what Leeds are going to do, of course.
I'd like to see it in the same as Derby County, and getting at them and dominating the game right for the off. No let them settle. They'll probably think the same. But you've got to say, we're the home side. The onus is on us. I don't want to see us starting the game slowly, knocking it around. I want to see us getting up there quickly. Still passing the ball, but pass it a little bit quicker into front.
But the atmosphere is going to lend to that, isn't it?
Well, that's it. Yeah. And then the crowd will get right behind us. Anything we get, throw-ins, corner kicks near their box, the crowd they'll be right up for it. And that's going to be a big boost. But, when you actually look back to the Derby game, we're getting balls across the box, with attempts on target, quick passing. I think that's the type of game we'll need to play to beat a good Norwich side, who are going very well. Completely different to how they were at the start of the season when we thrashed them.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be an absolute cracker. If you can't be at Ellen Road, make sure you join us on LUTV Live from 4:30. We'll have all the build-up. You can get your match pass at leedsunited.com. And if you want to hear more from Eddie, check out the big match preview, which is available on the official Leeds United app and at the website leedsunited.com.